content is important, but more than that, the structuring of essay is more important. I found it easier to kind of find a balance between the GS and the optional. There's also perfect balance between cramming and practicing answer writing. These tests are not like only tests; they are also your base. I will strongly recommend test series from Nataraj Sir. So my name is Rajul Nema, and I belong to Madhya Pradesh. Uh, I took GS and Anthropology ka test series with Nataraj Sir. Uh, Here I'm going to talk about the GS ka test series, like how it went and what was the process, how it helped me, and how it helped me in the final examination. So the process with the general studies test series with sir was very much simple, and what here you did not to write the test without seeing the questions. Like you initially you have to do the daily answer writings, like 5 to 6 questions are being provided by sir in a very much sequenced manner, covering the whole topics. And the thing is, you have to write those questions as an open book questions, as an assignments. You can take help from internet. You can take help from your basic notes, and you share those answers that you've written, 5 to 6 questions that you've written answers to sir. You will have a few feedbacks from sir. Besides that, you are also going to add some of the value additions on yourself with different color pen in those margins. Actually, these tests are not like only tests; they are also your base, which you are going to revise in the end. So they are like your notes in the question answer format, which you are going to be picking up before writing your final examination. So this was the approach. In the later half, in the end, actually, we used to write lots of tests as a closed book test also. It's not like all the questions are like open book only. No. In the end, we used to write the closed book test, and even the targets were like little tight. You have to sir used to give the targets which are like 5 minutes, 10 minutes, and you have to you're given less time to write those questions. For example, you used to have the mini test sessions, like a 1.5 hours ka test we have. Some tests we have for like 2 hours. So the good thing is in the initial part of the day, you have the time for cramming. Like you spend your 2, 3 hours, 4 hours, whatever you want for cramming for GS, and then go ahead and write the test, the mini test uh, of 1 hour, 1.5 hour, whatever on the target is being provided, whatever, how many other questions are being provided. So you can write the test there. So there's also perfect balance between cramming and practicing answer writing. So this is one thing. Besides that, when it comes to the final examination, we all know that the questions are going to be not very much predicted. There will always be a bouncer. So what Nataraj Sir's approach was that you will have to have your 10 to 12 questions, like really good, above average questions, where you can score 0.5 or 1 mark more than your competitors. Remaining 4 questions will be average in the examination, where they might be familiar, but you have to craft your answers. And 4 questions you have to, like, they are like completely out of blue, and uh, you have to make the answers from whatever knowledge you have. So when you are aware with this approach, you will have your sense of calm in the examination. You will not go disoriented, like after seeing 3, 4 questions, like very different questions. You will not be out of track. You will have this in mind ki yeah, there will be such questions. So this will help you to navigate in the examination, this approach. Besides that, sir also used to give value addition for the answers that you've written in the end, where lots of stats will be there, committee reports, names will be there. For instance, there is value addition for MSMEs. There will be stats like what is the employment, how big an employer is these MSME. So there's committee names are there, etc. These validations are being provided in this test series. Sir used to focus on crafting and impactful conclusions, which can help you to gain edge, and score better. For example, he used to give the approach of using the articles and the quotes. An example you can use from DPSPs, articles you can use from fundamental duties you can use. So this is this approach you will have while tackling those questions in the examination. Also, I was part of essay mentorship where Sir guided me to have focus on different aspects of the conclusion. Initially, I had this in my mind that content is the most important thing while writing the essay. So Sir told ki content is important, but more than that, the structuring of essay is more important. How you navigate in the essay, how you add different dimensions, and how you make it easier for the examiner to go through your essay. So that structuring wala part is like very well handled by Sir. He taught very well. Also, there's approach of peel that we all know, like linking back to the topic, and your essay should be very much relevant to the topic of the essay. So this is something which is being very much emphasized while I was writing the tests with Sir. Besides that, ethics ke liye we have case studies ka template, so that generally what my approach was is I used to do the case studies in the later half of the period for the ethics paper I'm talking about. So I really need to have those case studies ke liye already made templates, like what I'm going to use, what knowledge from GS2 I'm going to use. Sir used to say that you have to use a lot of GS2, like various acts, administration wala. We have to use a lot of legal wala things. How various committees are being used, like POSH Act or the Vishaka Committee or something like Vishaka guidelines. These things you have to use in your case studies, which will stand you different from your counterpart, from your competitors. Also, we had very much. Sir used to give lots of focus on the conclusions for the theoretical part of the question, like the first half, those 10 marks of the 10 markers. Those questions are like really new questions. So in those, used to have a very much focused approach of writing a strong conclusion there. So for that, validation is being provided. Besides all these, the most important thing that I felt was the balance. It's the balance between the optional and the GS. Since the GS, the subjects are too much, the syllabus is very vast, so students have the tendency to just derail their preparation and tilt more towards GS. So since I've taken both these things, like GS and optional so I found it easier to kind of find the balance between the GS and the optional preparation in those three very tight duration, where you have to very much judiciously have to give the time for GS and the optional. So I think this holistic approach and holistic mentorship helped me. So I will strongly recommend test series from Nataraj Sir. It's basically because I think it is a very much personalized mentorship you will get. You will have the chance to work on your weakness. What are your weakness, and you can also work on your strengths, like whatever your strength, like the diagrams and the examples, whatever you provide. So you can work on that. Besides that, other very important aspect is the balanced approach between the GS and the optional. So because of these two things, personalized mentorship and balanced guidance by the Sir for GS and optional, I think you can definitely opt for this test series.